Hello YouTube, it's Survivor Nomad and I am back with another video. I hope that the noise from the cars and traffic is not too much. I just want to talk to you guys today about war. That's right, we're talking about war today. So some of you guys are at war and you are warring with the narcissist. And trust me, I understand this. I'm looking at this tank here, and this tank is a reminder of our wars past. And as you can see, it's rusting and it looks old. And right now, to be honest, it's really not serving any purpose other than as a memorial. It's kind of serving the purpose to help us remember the war. And some of you might look at this and think about the lives lost. You might think about the troubles and all of the heartache that the soldiers went through when you look at this tank. And some of you may marvel at this tank. Some of you may be inspired, and this tank may make you want to actually go into the military. Some of you may look at this tank as a killing machine, and it may bring thoughts of just murder and mayhem. Some of you may look at this tank as a symbol of freedom, that so many people were brave enough to risk their lives so that we have many of the freedoms that we enjoy today. When I look at this tank, I think about the battle that goes on between a survivor and the narcissist. I think about all of the different arguments and the gaslighting and the triangulation and the projection and the blame shifting and the lying and the cheating and the physical abuse, the mental abuse, the emotional abuse, the anxiety, depression, the post-traumatic stress disorder, the everything that comes along with a life with a narcissist. And you're at war, and you are at war constantly. It is a daily thing. And what a lot of people who have not experienced narcissistic abuse do not understand, they say, how do you stay? Why do you stay? Why would you let someone treat you such a way? Well, it's the same as the many reasons why our young people go into the military. When you first met this person, you don't think that they are going to harm you. You see it also as like a symbol of freedom. You may have thought that you met the love of your life. There's a lot to be said for loving someone and getting with someone. And very few of us get into these relationships thinking that eventually we will be caught up in a war. And you go in for many reasons, and then when you come out, you find yourself warring. You war. Some of you war while you're still there. I know I did. I warred with my narcissist every day. I was defending myself. I was walking on eggshells. I was trying to think of ways that I could not make him angry today. Trying to think of ways that I could still have relationships with people who were important to me in my life and still be able to love him as well. And I just realized one day that it's just impossible. It is not possible to have a healthy life and also live and share my life with a narcissist. And some of you have come to that realization, and some of you, like I was when I was with my narcissist, are still disillusioned. When I look at this tank, I think about all of the different wars and the battles that occurred between the narcissist and myself. But I'm here to tell you that there's something that we miss. There is a key component that we miss, and that is we are not warring with the narcissist as much as we are warring with ourselves. Inside of us, there was a war going on long before we met the narcissist. The narcissist brought out that war in us. They went into us, and they dug deep in our innermost parts. And they brought out our most urgent need. They brought out our most urgent fears. They brought out all the things about us that we never knew existed. Now, I know many of you might disagree with me, and you may say, oh no, I was with the narcissist and I loved him and I was just an a fortunate victim and I was just abused. And this is true. We were all unfortunate victims. We got with the wrong person. Maybe we ignored the red flags. Maybe we were just naive to the evils of this world and we never saw those red flags. But I'm here to tell you that the war is not with the narcissist. The war is with ourselves. And you may ask, why do you say that? How can you say that the war is with ourselves when the narcissist is doing all these horrible things to us? How could the war be with ourselves if the narcissist is causing the problem? And the reason I say this is because a lot of us have codependency issues. A lot of us have a caretaker mentality. We want to be everything to the narcissist. We want to take care of them. We want to love them. We want to make sure they're okay. I've been there, guys. I've been there where you're really bleeding out and you're still staying in this even though you're dying slowly. You will not surrender and you will not give up. And this is causing much pain unto the survivors. It is the day when we realize our worth. It is the day when we realize that the war is not with the narcissist, but it is with ourselves that we become free, that we can walk away, that looking at a tank will become a different symbol to us than what it has symbolized in the past. And when we look at this tank, the way I see it is that warring with the narcissist is a lot like this tank. It eventually just becomes a memorial, a deep hidden fear from deep down inside that just becomes a part of your past. And it begins to rust and it begins to deteriorate. And some people are just stuck there and you're just a memorial of what happened between yourself and the narcissist. And you can't get past it. And guys, I'm here to tell you, it took me a lot of time and energy and help, let's just put it that way, to get past what happened to me with the narcissist. I lived in a shelter. I know what it is to leave and completely leave everything you have. I do not take what I'm saying lightly. I have been there. And there are days where I still think about all the things that I lost and all the pain that I had to endure to get my life to the level where it is now. But I'm here to tell you guys, you don't let anyone break you. You fight the battle, but that battle should be a battle that you're fighting with yourself for self-improvement, to seek out in you what is in me that caused me to accept the treatment from this person. Even if you feel there was no way out, why did you feel there was no way out? These are questions we have to start asking ourselves if we want to heal and if we don't want to repeat these mistakes again. What caused me to be able to see that this was never going to work? Well, I'll tell you, I just finally got tired of battling. I got tired of the fights every day. I got tired of the accusations. I got tired of feeling ignored. I got tired of coming home and wondering what happened today to cause this person to silent treat me. And that would go on sometimes for weeks and months. I got tired of walking on eggshells. I got tired of getting thrown around and pushed around. I just got tired. And I realized the war was with me. And when I finally walked out, the last thing I said to my narcissist before disappearing on him, and this has been more than a year ago, I looked at him in the eyes and I said to him, "You don't respect me." And I walked away and I never looked back. I never called him. I never stalked his Instagram. I never wanted any form of contact with him. And in fact, I moved to another city and then I eventually moved on to another state. I realized that the battle was not with the narcissist, it was with me. And it wasn't until then that my life began to blossom and I began to grow and develop as a person. And now I know what I want. Nobody can just come into my life and say, let's get married. And I think, oh, wow, I'm so impressed and I'm so floored. And then I go and marry them. Or then I go and seek a relationship with someone who wasn't meant for me. I stand my ground now and I say, no, you're not what I want. I know who I am. I had to battle with myself. I went through many, many days of relearning who I was, of reestablishing myself, guys. And you can do this too. You just have to realize that the battle is not with the narcissist. The battle is with you. And everything you need to win this battle, you have within yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You can do this. You can leave the narcissist behind and you can have a better life. I know they tell you you can't. I know they tell you you can't live without them. My narcissist told me that too. He told me I couldn't survive without him. He told me I couldn't live without him. He told me my family didn't love me. And guess what? When I left him, my family's members were the first ones to step up and support me and help me to free myself from this person. Don't believe them. Believe you. Don't war with them. War with yourself. Overcome your own internal insecurities and self-esteem issues and walk away. It's going to be painful. I'm not going to lie. There are casualties in war. It doesn't matter if you're warring with the narcissist or you're warring with yourself. But the casualties when you are warring with yourself are so much more fulfilling. You will get through it. And the things that will die and be lost will be things that never made you happy to begin with. Guys, the war is within you. Fight for your self-esteem. Fight for your family back. Fight for everything that you lost with the narcissist. Rediscover who you are and rediscover why God put you on this planet. It was not to serve the narcissist and it was not to be abused. Go to war with yourself. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I will see you guys on the next video.